when I go live, I usually go live when I'm gonna have a client call and then we reschedule to a different time. That gives me a free hour, so I usually go live during that time, right? So here we are, I'm going live now. One-on-one coaching is in the bio if you're fat as shit, obviously. Patreon's in the bio too. I just started Patreon, but already we got one guy in there who has his first client as a online fitness coach. So for the Patreon, it's just online fitness coaching, it's dating stuff, and it's online game, texting game. That's what that's about. For those of you guys asking questions, it's very, very simple, straightforward shit. But it's all the shit that I wanted to know when I was a jit, all right? Or when I was fucking 19 and 20. I wanted to know all this stuff about like, wait, what do women respond to? Wait, how do I know this? How do I know that? Because a lot of you guys, what you guys lack, right? And it's really the nature of the world today too, is that like when I was growing up, right? Even when I was cooked, right? I was still seeing different things, right? Because people used to be outside more and they used to be more interactive. But now you can work from home and you can stay just in your house and not interact at all, and you could function in society. You couldn't do that back then. You had to go out and interact with people. So you'd have to go out to the office, you'd have to go out, to school, to college campuses, and you'd see interactions and you would learn things from it. See what I'm saying? What's good, Shaquille? Appreciate you, Bill. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate it. You're the man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man. So like a lot of you new dudes, younger dudes, you guys don't really know this stuff. So that's, like I said, that's what the Patreon's about, is just, learning more about online game, learning more about female nature, unfiltered shit, and then lives once a week in there, just about that stuff, about online coaching, one-on-one coaching. Because if you do follow the advice in there as an online coach, it's impossible not to make, at least 5K like a month, which if you're making that, you're probably not following all the advice, to be honest. But yeah, anyways. You guys see the title, man. You guys see the title. Thanksgiving is coming up, right? People are starting to ask questions like, hey, man, how do I not get fat during Thanksgiving? I'm just looking at them like, you were fat before Thanksgiving. You're already cooked. You feel me? You're already cooked. I've been a trainer for 10 and a gym dude for 15. Having this channel is a blessing. Makes me want to get leaner faster. And hell yeah, man. Hey, listen. This is what I do on cuts. All right, everybody doesn't do this on cuts though. But this is what I do on cuts, just depending on the situation. If I've been cutting for a minute, right? But it's different with like coaching clients because they have a structured plan and they're locked in. But when I used to be cutting for too long, I'm like, what am I doing? Going up and down. I was like, you know what? Let me really lock the fuck in and let me go, into that 750 to 1,000 calorie deficit range and just lock the fuck in and just eat the same shit every day. That is the cheat code. That is gonna bridge the gap. That is gonna bridge the gap, man. That shit just, it bridges the gap. It almost feels like, but it takes time to get to that level of where you're like, you know what, it's time to lock in. But when you do, everything gets easier. Let's see. What happened to the video you posted this morning? Oh, I had to change the audio because I finally figured out how to use the DJI. Hey, by the way, that's why I tell you guys you need to start posting content because there's thousands of mistakes you guys got to make. By the way, like up the video as well for the algorithm. But there's thousands of mistakes you got to make. But I'm going to be posting a video tonight. I'll repost today's video tomorrow. I look at stomachs. Hey, bro, looking at stomachs is the fastest way to determine something, bro. Like today, people was looking at me in the gym because, you can see this. You can see the V table like crazy. I mean, the only reason my shoulders even look kind of big is because my waist looks small, to be honest. 6'29", lifted, weighs 4 years, started dialing nutrition, 21% body fat, currently 15.5. Good shit, man. Good shit. So are you on the book cover? How did that happen? Just Instagram, bro. Instagram, you get a bunch of different fucking opportunities. But I got posted on the Shade Room. I got opportunities with different gyms. I probably worked with like 20 different brands just from Instagram. And then one of them was a gym, obviously. That was a pretty solid deal, I ain't gonna lie, right? That shit was it was a solid 5-figure deal. This was like years ago. But anyways, make sure y'all like up the video, man. Get the likes up, man. 42 people in here, should be 42 likes, man. Come on, get the likes up. Get the likes up. What's good, LV51? Your advice is helping me down 20 pounds since March. Looking better than guys at my gym that are half my age. Hell yeah, bro. That's what it's about, man. Whoever locks in on nutrition between the ages of 18 to 60 is going to be the person who looks the leanest every fucking time. Like up the video, man. Like up the video. How are you? Doing good. If you're worried about crashing out over the holidays, then you aren't locked in yet. Bro, it doesn't, listen, the thing is, anyone who's worried about crashing out during the holidays, they're already fat as shit, so I don't understand the question. They're like, yo, how do I not get fat during the holidays? I'm like, you're already 30% body fat. Worst that can happen is you get to 31. You know what I mean? With some more water weight. Like, it doesn't matter. Because I could crash out during the holidays if I want to. But unfortunately, I don't know how to lock out because I'm always locked in. Because it's just like an identity thing. That's why I always talk about identity, because I can't lock out for the holidays. I can't. I can, like, it's because I'm just locked in. It's just like when it really becomes part of you, it's like, okay, cool. Like, it's just like foodies, right? We all know that foodies are always, focused on food. Obviously, that's why we call them foodies. So if you tell them like, hey man, we got to eat healthy here, they're gonna be like, nah man, I never been here before. This is my only opportunity. You know what I mean? Simple shit. Let's see. How much cardio? Cardio for what, bro? Usually, if you're trying to do extra cardio, you're trying to overcompensate for poor nutrition. That's all it is. You could do zero. You could do zero. You could do zero. You could do zero cardio. And I ain't buying it. You're hiding something. And one day I'm gonna figure out what it is. There's got to be a secret. Maybe I'm probably taking peptides and steroids. That has to be it. That's what it is. Get the likes up. Almost Obama lean. Let's get it. Hey yo, I can do pull-ups now. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. 63-year-old OG that appreciates your passion for health and fitness. Hell yeah. Listen, being in the medical field gave me a renewed passion for health and fitness, realizing that every issue that people have is because they're not locked in on their nutrition and they're working out. Eastern medicine. How do you change your identity? Can you explain a bit more in detail? And how do you know it has changed? You change it's really simple, right? So you change your thoughts first, and then you start reading books that go in that direction, right? That have this, like, self-improvement books. They're going to help you with that mentality, obviously. And then obviously the actions that you do are going to help change your identity, because once you build that self-belief in the direction that you want. So for example, if you've always thought as the fattest version of yourself and you're always eating shit, right? And then you're like, yo, I'm going to get lean. I'm going to take this seriously. You start writing down your goals. You have a set out plan and you start following through. After a month, your identity is starting to shift because you're going through with those actions. And then when you continually make it through adversity and you maintain your new identity, it's going to be easier for you to stay in that identity. So it's really, action is one of the biggest things, which is why I had a whole live about action. Because when you work out consistently, when you show up to the gym consistently, no matter how you feel, when you actually get leaner to the point like that you see it in the mirror and people are telling you that, bro, you're way leaner, what happened? You cannot deny the identity. Like, the work that you put in, it is literally showing physically, but you're doing the work mentally. So now it comes together because you're like, I've been doing the work mentally. I feel like I'm him. And then you start looking like the person that you want to look like, right? So it's all about your vision as well. Vision. If one side is stronger than the other, should work on both sides, more intensity. Do some dumbbell work. It'll go away once you're consistent. How much does your bro charge? He doesn't do Forex trading. He does options trading and stocks and ETFs and stuff like that. I just walk. I stopped running because I was too tired all the damn time. Yeah, I mean, I try not to walk or run, because if you're really about aesthetics specifically, because a lot of people do boxing, Muay Thai, a lot of people do running, like long distances and stuff like that. That's great for self-defense, and running is great for, running and stuff like that. But if you want to make sure that you're looking lean and, you have some muscle on you, you want to also lift weights. Like if you're doing Muay Thai, you want to also be lifting weights and watching what you're eating, because most people who do Muay Thai, it's fucking hard as shit, right? So after practice, you're gonna be hungry as shit. You're just gonna kind of eat whatever you eat for performance. Your performance will still be decent, right? But you won't have the physique you want. So if you want both of those things, then you have to make sure that you're locked in on nutrition. You can't just guesstimate. My job finally added protein shakes to buy in the break room. That's pretty amazing, bro. I don't know what job that is, bro, but that's fire as hell, bro. That's fire as hell, because I already know when I was working as a nurse, all they had was M&Ms and chips and fucking trail mix in the vending machine, and big ass servings of trail mix, no small servings of trail mix. But listen, another thing about identity, like it says this in what's that book called, Atomic Habits. So when you want to stop smoking, you don't identify as someone who smokes who wants to stop smoking. You identify as a non-smoker. So then smoking will be against what you do. It's really that simple. You feel me? All right. Lower abs coming in. Should I cut more calories? Appreciate the super chat. It would depend on your on how much you're progressing, because you just said your lower abs are coming in, which means what you're doing is currently working, right? So I would just be patient and continue with that. And then if you do plateau, then lower the calories a little bit. The work is the roots, but people only see your fruit every single time, man. Every single time. But it's really because of this Instagram shit, too. This instant gratification Instagram shit where niggas out here taking Retrotrutide and fucking... Bro, everybody is on Anavar, Ozempic, Retrotrutide. Like, every influencer that y'all be seeing, they're all on the crazy shit, bro. Every single one of them, bro. They're on some crazy... They be doing some crazy shit, bro. They be doing too much. All right, they be doing too much. Okay, I have a torn rotator cuff. Doc suggested to take the week off. Nutrition is still on point, but this shit is dragging. Torn rotator cuff? It might be from it's definitely from driving posture as well, and then it's from picking stuff up, and then it's also from obviously lifting. So I would definitely recommend some doing some yoga, eating high protein, still working out lower body for sure. You can still do leg extensions, stuff like that, light stuff, and then kind of just working your way back into the gym. But yeah, keep that protein high. I started doing box squats. Is that a good exercise? That's pretty good for explosiveness, yeah. That's good for explosiveness. If you're doing like training for MMA or some shit, which I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Been sick, have been out 5 days. Any advice? Why do you need advice if you're sick? What are you talking about? I don't understand. What's the advice? Because you're sick for 5 days, when you get back, when you're back not sick, you're just gonna quit you're gonna quit the journey or something? Like I don't get the question. You just get right back on track. There's no advice. I don't understand it. Just get right back on track. 1,800 calories too little for a 5-7 meal. Depending on how much you weigh and what your body fat percentage is, it's probably too little. Because a lot of times people are, in order to gain a lot of weight, you eat a lot of food, obviously. So when you eat a lot of food, you gain a lot of weight, and then you try to cut and you try to eat too little calories, which is probably what you're doing. Get the likes up, get the likes up. I'm a lean 145. Appreciate the super chat, by the way. Lean 145, 5'11", 15% body fat. At what weight will I start attracting? So you're very, very slim. I would definitely recommend that you put on some mass, right? Start main gaining so you can put on some mass, because based on your stats, your muscle mass overall is like 126. But also it's going to be your aura and your environment and where you go and your personality. All of that stuff's going to have a little bit of effect as well. And what kind of game you're doing, situational, in person, online, like what kind of game you're doing. But your muscle mass is 126, and I'm 6'1". My muscle mass is like and I'm not a big dude at all. I'm pretty small, but my muscle mass is like 170, right? So in order to get that V tape, you have to definitely have to put on more mass. So start main gaining for sure. All right, let's see. Wore a stringer to the gym today, woman with her husband, and matching outfits was staring. Shame. Hey, it be like that, bro. It be like that, man. Because you got to remember, people don't see that shit. Now, I know I talk about the people that are on roids. Yeah, you're going to see people on roids in the gym and shit like that. But the people who are not on roids with the cold V-taper, bro, that shit is rare as hell, bro. No matter what age. I started at 27% body fat, at 20% now. Is it worth it to continue to 15%? You have to continue to 15%, bro. If you try to bulk at like 20%, you're just going to gain more fat. Right? Appreciate the content, bro. Yes, sir. What's your take on power building? This shit works. It works. It definitely works. Like doing a compound movement first, and then the rest of the movements are like bodybuilding. I have a lot of those for like my client programs as well. But if you want to just do like workout for aesthetics, then you can also do power building too. It just depends on the rest of your workout. Like if you start off with an incline barbell or some shit like that, that's a powerlifting move, and you put it in the strength slash lowest, the highest of strength and the lowest of hypertrophy, which is usually 6 reps. You stay in that range for the sets, and then you start doing hypertrophy afterwards. That would kind of be power bodybuilding basically. But yeah, that shit works. But I don't even lift heavy anymore. So, well, it depends on what people define as heavy. Yeah, but if I deadlift, actually, I only do deadlifts for hamstrings, so I only go to like 3 to 4 plates. I don't do 5 plates anymore. I don't do 6 plates. I don't do 6.5 plates anymore, because that was mostly like strength stuff. Hey, bro, how much strength or clean chest pulls do I need to master pull-ups? I have friends who are tall and heavyweight, and they can do muscle-ups, and I can't, to do to my training. Yeah, I mean, you just haven't trained enough. That's all it is, because the more pull-ups you do, the better you get at pull-ups. You know, the funniest thing is when people back in the day, people used to try to get strong at bench. So they would do like floor press. They would do like all this other shit. And I would just do bench. And I'll be like, I'm stronger than you because I bench more than you do. You never bench. You bench once a week and then do accessories. I'm benching, squatting, and deadlifting 3 times a week. That's when I was doing this was like years and years ago when I was doing like football workouts and shit. But yeah, you just got to do the exercise more, bro. It's just like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of dudes will be like, hey, man, like, I'm not getting any, I'm not gaining any followers on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And I go to their page, they have 3 posts. Bro, I post 3 times in a day sometimes, bro. Like, and you have 3 posts and your page has been alive since 2016, bro. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? So you just got to do more. You got to fail more. Because usually when it comes to a situation like, let's just use Instagram as an example, when someone's trying to grow, I failed more and I've posted more than people have even thought of posting, right? But I failed more and I've had more posts that just bombed than people have even posted. You see what I'm saying? 182, 5'11", have faint ab definition. Working out for years, can't really tell my body fat. So go get it tested, bro. Don't guesstimate. Never guesstimate. Is 80 grams of protein all right? I know I should be getting 120 every day. I would say get 0.8 to 1 gram for your lean body mass, which is probably gonna be higher than that. So, because 80 is super fucking low. If you're lifting weights and you're only getting 80 grams of protein, you're definitely gonna lose some muscle, guaranteed. Definitely gonna lose some muscle. And that's another thing. I know we all know high protein is good for aesthetics. When people say high protein, you got 0.8 to 1 gram per pound, body weight, but that's only for like freaking 8 to 15% body fat, to be honest. Because realistically, a lot of people are 20 plus, 40 plus, and it's like lean body mass is what you want to go by at that point. Do you look at people who view your stuff? Probably not, because you got too much. Yeah, what do you mean people who view my stuff? I don't know how to do that. I don't know what you're talking about. You mean like insights? I look at insights to see what kind of posts do best. Of course, on like TikTok and Instagram, I look at insights for sure. Be like, oh, okay, people resonated with this more than that, because they don't care about you. Like a lot of times, you want to post what you want to post. People don't give a shit. All right, you got to post what people want. You gotta look at the marketplace, because if someone's selling an electric Dodge Charger and they don't like the electric Dodge Chargers, then they got to come back out with the fucking gas Dodge Chargers, because they're bombing. Appreciate you, Jimmy Stock, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Your videos have helped me throughout some hard times as I cut and get jacked. Dating apps are off the charts, but now it's like I don't want to mess up my routine at the gym. Now hitting it hard. Thank you. Yes, sir. Listen, I be telling y'all. This is why I keep telling you guys. I keep telling you guys that a lot of times you're chasing all this stuff, chasing women, chasing friendships that, people don't even want you, trying to chase respect is just a reinforcement that you lack all those things in the first place. So usually when you chase a woman, it's like, she's like, damn, this nigga's chasing hard. Like, he must not get any girls. And it's pretty obvious when you don't, because best believe, if I've been out of the game for too long, and I had a homeboy that said never be out the game for too long. If I've been out the game for too long, right, the first chick I talk to, I'm gonna sound like the thirstiest nigga of all time, right? If I've been out of the game for like 18 months or some shit, and I haven't talked to a chick in 18 months or some shit, I'm gonna sound thirsty as shit, bro. And she's gonna be like, what the fuck? Does this nigga, he looks apart, but does he not get played? Like, what's going on with his attitude? Well, because they know when you get played, you have a certain type of energy, right? Same thing for dating apps. If you post some pictures on dating app, first of all, if you have aura in your pictures, you're comfortable taking pictures, they're clear pictures, you're in shape, they already know you got bitches, right? And then when you just post on dating app and go about your day and check it like once or twice a week, they're like, damn, this nigga's not responding like everybody else, because everyone else be on the apps 24/7, and you're not responding. They're gonna be like, dang, this dude is definitely high value, because your behavior showing that. But it's because you're actually doing high value shit, not because you're trying to act like that. Because anytime you try to act a certain way for too long, that just means that you're trying to be above your current standard, all right? Which is a huge difference. How to avoid loose skin? You keep your protein high and you lift weights, and you don't do a bunch of cardio, and you don't try to rush the process. Realize that if you lose 2 to 3 pounds a week of fat, that is a lot. That is a lot. All right. Crazy how different 17 and 10%. Oh, bro, 17 and 10% are way different, bro. It's insanely different. Like, once I'm around 15, it's like, okay, yeah, this dude works out. He looks pretty good. Down 10 and below, bro, it's like, yo, what the, like 9 to 10, it's like, what the fuck? Even from 11 to 9, it's like, damn. I've been guesstimating, not tracking calories, just my protein and strength gains as I do cardio and lift twice a week. I made solid progress at work. Same appetite, less lipogenesis. I would still track. I don't like leaving stuff up to chance. You got to control everything you can, because time's our most valuable asset. And if you overeat just a little bit for a couple of weeks and you don't get as lean as you could have, you could have saved that time. You can't work on a relationship. It either happens naturally or it's not meant to be. Type shit. You look like an unk. Appreciate you, bro. You look 10 years older with that stash and hat, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I am growing up now, guys. I am a grown man now, guys. Thank you, bro. I'm growing up in front of y'all. Yeah, but anyways, like I said, everything that I say about, anything that's dating, online game, all that shit, anything that's fitness, all that shit's from experience. All right, it's all from experience. Talking percentages, how to separate your How to separate your do you weigh your food? No, I mean you don't. I don't need to weigh my food because I eat ground beef and ground turkey. So it's like it's 20 ounces. So half of it's 10 ounces. So it's like that. It's literally that simple. Eggs. It's just like you ate 4 eggs. You ate 5 eggs. You ate 10 eggs. Like it's pretty easy. All right. Now, if I have like a 30-pound bag of a chicken breast, or if I have like a 5-pound bag of chicken breast or some shit, then and they're not all evenly sized, then I'll weigh that out for sure. Talking percentages, how do you separate your finances? You got to budget everything, bro. You got to budget everything. If you don't know how much you're spending, you're already cooked. So just budget everything. But in order to budget, just go through a month, right? Just go through a month and write down every expense, right? Just write down every expense, and then you'll figure out, okay, this is how much I need for that, and I'm spending too much here, and I'm not spending enough here, or I'm not saving enough here, shit like that. It's 20, 30 minutes of incline walking after lifting too much, depending on where you are, depending on how many calories you're eating, and depending on how fast you're going. But yeah, it depends on your body fat percentage. Because if you've been cutting for a while and you're at like 2,300 calories, or let's say you're at 2,100 calories, you don't want to go down, and you're at like 11% body fat, you want to get down to 10%, and your step count is low, then you could throw in some incline walking. But if you're like 40, 30, 20% body fat, then it's nutrition, right? It's nutrition that you need to focus on. If I'm in a deficit for 6 months, am I wasting my newbie gains for building muscle? How long will I be in the newbie phase? Bro, your like whole first year is like honestly, the first 3 years you gain a lot of muscle, but the first year is like the entire like newbie gains phase. But if you have a lot of fat and you're a beginner and you start lifting weights, you'll actually be building muscle and losing fat because you're a beginner and it's new stimulus for you. Do you ever make sauces like bologna? But what the fuck? Chicken sauces? Do you track the oil you use? If you make sauces, track the oil you use. I don't do sauces. Yo, what's good? Hey, bro, I've never had a girlfriend. I just graduated high school. I feel so behind. No, that's actually a good thing these days, bro. This isn't 1947, bro. If you haven't had a girlfriend, that just means you haven't been fucked over, bro. That's pretty much it, bro. But yeah, like what from 18? Not gonna lie, from 18 to 25 in general, you just be building yourself up. You know what I mean? Learning shit, because guys don't respect young dudes because they know you haven't been through anything, and girls know you don't have resources, so they're usually like, eh. But if you're in shape, right, as a young dude and you're always lifting weights and you're always eating healthy, that's what most people don't have from every fucking age. So that's how people are gonna respect you. That's how you get respect. Because when I was 21, I was in shape training in the gym. You know, there's 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds that were multimillionaires. I trained hella CEOs because I had the authority, because I was in shape, because I had the discipline to do that. Whereas they didn't have the discipline to do that, even though they had a big ass business. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you can leverage yourself. It's pretty much the only way to leverage yourself. All right, but I just discovered tuna. Tuna's good. Will body game compensate for not having it in the game? I don't even know what that means, bro. Honestly, bro, I don't even know what that shit means, bro. All this game shit. First of all, game is always situational, bro. It's all So if you're trying to run some club game, that's way different than if you're running some gym game, which is way different than if you're running some online game. But if you have body game, whatever you say is going to be received way better, because you're going to have the component of respect, and you're going to look pre-selected like off rip because you're in shape. Like it is what it is. That just makes you rare. Because then when the chicks send you to the group chat, like they used to send me to the group chat, they could send like, oh, look at this dude, and he's fucking lean and shit. I'm lean, V-taper, tapped up and shit. All the other hoes want me. They know that shit because they could just look at it. They could just see me. But body game is like the base of like genuine desire. Where does the deep voice that you do for the NPC or cook guy is based on? It's funny and realistic. It reminds me of while loser past self, we've created a new identity and laughing at our old self. Yeah, like I tell you guys in every video, bro. Everything that I say in my videos would be like my old self would think it's all cap. Like my old self would be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like my old self would be like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. But besides that, I do see a lot of people in the comments who doubt it too because they're not implementing, right? And they've never implemented before, so they doubt it too. So I'm usually referring to my past self and the people in the comments that be denying it because they haven't touched grass, right? Like I always say, they haven't touched grass. Literally. How slow does fat loss slow down from 12 to 9%? I'm in a 900 daily deficit. Seems so slow. It doesn't matter how slow it seems, because 12 to 11 is going to look different. 11 to 10 is going to look different. And 10 to 9 is going to look different. But you might have to throw in some refeeds once you hit like 11, 10-ish, to be honest. But it does slow down. Better not to have a girlfriend. Yeah, having a girlfriend is just saying that, hey, I'm wifing up this girl who's getting ran through. Is that okay? That's basically what it's saying. Usually, not all the time. Obviously, if one of my boys has like a girl or they're married, best believe they've been in the game for a minute. They've seen a lot of shit. They know a lot of shit. Like the issue is usually when I review a video or there's something going viral, it's usually some dude who's never gotten some play, right? And he might have moved to Thailand or Japan and he just wipes up like a tatted up single mom or some shit. And then he gets surprised when, you know, she's a thought. And I'm like, bro, I could have told you that shit. Like it doesn't matter. Female nature is female nature. I don't care what country they're in. It's female nature. So I need to approach more girls or wait for them to come to you. So the way a girl comes to you, bro, besides social media, is she looks at you, all right, for like 3 seconds or follows you around the gym. They're not gonna make the first move initially, all right? Like they're not gonna make the first move initially unless you're just that nigga. It's happened to me multiple times. But like they're gonna stare you down or like look at you or give you a bunch of choosing signals, make it obvious, make it easy to approach you. That's usually what happens. Are you still gonna do a meet and greet? Yeah, man. I'll be settled next month. I've been working on getting settled. So once I'm settled and shit, then I'll set up the meet and greet. But like I said, the easiest place will probably be Houston because they got Alpha Land and shit like that. But the body game is a cheat code. The amount of stories I have is just crazy. Here's when I went to Chick-fil-A and a tank top manager comes out and says, "Wow, dude, your arms are shredded." Then a baddie, oh man, the rest of the message disappeared. Okay, to be honest, body game even beats face game. Only clout game beats body game. Hey, he knows shit. He knows shit. He knows shit, bro. Listen, yeah, clout game clears because you guys see a little baby pulling. But at the same time, though, you need somebody game with the clout game shit. Because then if you have clout game, and it's like you still like. Because that's why Lil Baby and Future pay so much. They pay so much for like just dating and shit like that. They pay way more than like probably everyone in this chat and me combined. Like in our lives, they pay more than that in like a year. Like but the buying the Rolls Royces and shit like that, that's low key fucking like that's like the most expensive pay for play out there, right? But like clout game as far as like in person, because I'm literally about to post a video about that today. But like as far as in person, when you're like in a frat and shit like that, you play football, yeah. Where we at? I'm crying. Easiest girls are the ones that put a lot of effort. They try and not notice you. Facts. On my fat loss journey, my upper abs have appeared recently for the first time in my life. It feels unreal. Now I just want cheat meals. Now I just don't want cheat meals anymore. Exactly. That means your mindset is shifting. Identity shift. Body game gets you the clout, but clout don't get you the body. Type shit. Clout game doesn't have the benefit of gender. That's true. But listen. Listen, back in the day, man, y'all don't know, bro. Back in the day, man, 2017, if you had 10K followers, bro, you were him, bro. I had 10K followers in 2017, bro. Chicks used to see that shit, man. Listen, they seen the physique, then they seen that shit, they're like, yo. They be like, yo. You feel me? I realize it's on my path. I don't want to deal with my old groups, but not at the level of people I want to be around. So in that period, I have to get better on. Yeah, of course. That's how it works. When you're getting better, you can't just magically get a new group because you're not your goal self yet, and you haven't done the self-searching yet. And you're still going to be used to your old group because you're closer to them than you are to your future group because obviously you're at the beginning of your journey, right? So a lot of times people are like, man, if I just had lean friends, man, everything would be easy. And it's like you're fat as shit. Lean people wouldn't want to hang out with you because you guys do so many different things, and the physique reflects that. So when I was fat as shit, I can't have lean friends because guess what? They're gonna be like, what do we do with him? Eat pizza? I don't eat pizza. And they just look at me and they're like, he looks like he eats pizza. You see what I'm saying? And they're gonna go to the gym, they're gonna go hiking, they're gonna go to the park, but I don't look like I do that shit. I look like I go to the club because I have a big ass stomach. So it's that simple. I wish I knew body game years ago. I didn't personally listen, I've always been big on health type shit, right? So like I told you, when I put on the muscle, I didn't even know this quote unquote body game shit existed. I was just living it and I was seeing it through experience type shit. Do you have what does it say? Do you have a time of the year where you do not work out for a week and let your body rest? If I need to, I would, but usually not. I have a good physique, but can't get into taking pictures of myself and posting. What do you recommend? Do a photo shoot first? Yeah, do a photo shoot with a professional and they'll help you with, your angles and shit like that, but then start taking pictures of yourself because people used to roast the shit, and now everyone wants to know how to grow social media and shit and wants to get shout outs and shit like that, but people used to roast the shit. But yeah, man, it'll take, honestly, when you start taking more pictures, you'll be more comfortable. It takes a long time though. I ain't gonna lie, at that point, they tripping. They could just Go to the block and get the baddest. Facts. I heard repeating positive thoughts can change your identity. Do you believe in law of attraction? Yeah, obviously repeating positive thoughts is going to change your identity because if you are, like, just say you're 30 years old or some shit, you've always been out of shape and you have a negative mindset. That means you have 30 years of negativity. So putting in 1 year positive thoughts is going to help you start to shift, but it's not going to, it's still going to be, small compared to 30 years of negative thoughts, right? That's why I say the same shit every day on this channel and it changes your mindset. Because if I say something different every day, I'm going to confuse the shit out of you, right? But I'm also coming from a different mindset. All right, okay. Any thoughts on L-carnitine? My nutrition and shit is locked in. Just curious if it's worth it. I mean, you could try. You could try. It is a natural. It is natural. It's not like all the other retrotrutide type shits. But I mean, it's in most pre-workouts anyways. But I don't like that shit because it makes me nauseous. So I actually look like sometimes I'll be like, yo, why is this pre-workout making me nauseous? And it has L-carnitine in it. And I was like, I wonder what it is. Is it the taurine? Is it this? And I found out it's the L-carnitine. So I do not mess with L-carnitine because of that reason. Body game has been the hidden cheat code lying in plain sight. Yeah, man. Like I told you guys, I was experiencing different shit. I was experiencing shit. I was just living it for a minute, bro. Like if I knew what it was, bro, I'd have started making videos way back then and like getting screenshots and shit. Cause like half the situations I was in, they were just spontaneous, or just some random chick hit me up or some shit. Like the way I probably got the most chicks, bro, was when I was literally me and my brother working out, right? Then I go to work, and then on an off day, we're playing like some Call of Duty or some shit. And some random chick I do not know will just hit me up, and she's like, hit me up on Snapchat and be like, hey, my friend wants you. I'm like, who's your friend? She saw you at the gym. Which gym? I go to like 3 gyms. Okay, cool. Like that was what I was doing, bro. I was just working on me type shit for real. Do you ever feel out of place being around a bunch of cook dudes? No, because I'm not around cook dudes usually. Usually not. LA is different. There's a lot of people who are in better shape just in the streets. The amount of per capita of lean people is greater, but in my age group, 50 and up is very rare. No. I've been to LA, but I got a boy that lives in LA. It's not. It's like there's some top notch people over there, but it's still not a lot of people. It's still now. As far as lean, if you're saying like lower body fat percentage and lower muscle mass, because there are some people who run over there and shit like that. But there is a bigger population. It's just like New York. People will be like, oh my gosh, there's so many lean people in New York. There should be the most lean people in New York and LA. However, the ratio is the same. The populations are just higher. So if you live in a city with a population of 100,000, right, then you might see, maybe see 5,000 lean people, right? There's probably 5,000 lean people there. If you live in LA and there's like 10 million people, that means you gotta, multiply that shit by 100. So it's like there's 500, damn, I'm that dumb. There's 50,000 lean people or some shit. And you might see a lot of them and one day be like, oh my God, this is a lot. But I've been to LA, bro. There's still like, man, bro, there's still hella like out of shape people. Like me and my boy was out there getting hella choosing signals, bitches coming up to us and shit. Like crazy over there. I learned genuine desire from you, and you're the only teacher of that topic, so I appreciate that. Everyone is clueless. Body game cultivates genuine desire and all the signals from your body language. Hey, I actually learned it from Rollo Tomasi has a book. All y'all need to read it, The Rational Male. But I heard it there first. I didn't know what it meant, though. I was like, oh, okay, I understand. But I still didn't know what it meant. And then I was getting treated differently, and I'm like, I get treated differently. Why? Why is that? Why is it? And I was always trying to figure out, like, why does this chick like me? Why does this she like me? All of that stuff, right? So, yeah. Ron Wills is the godfather of the body game. He created the word. No one else talked about that shit before him. Unfortunately, the first time I saw it was I thought it was that one dude that created it. I forget his name, but I thought it was the one dude because he was the first person I seen do it. And then someone in the live was like, "Bro, you don't know Ron Wills?" And I was like, "Oh shit, dude, no." And then I started watching videos. Like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean? I hate when people at the gym ask me how I lose weight. Facts. Supplements are cool, but not the replace to put in the work in nutrition. Supplements don't do much unless you take vitamin D for testosterone, unless you take some magnesium for sleep and relaxing your muscles because you lift weights. I mean, melatonin for sleep maybe. Like everything else is just kind of fancy shit. But that's like I said, that's why motherfuckers who be selling supplements, the shit doesn't work. That's why they have to take fucking roids and they sell supplements and like, this is what it does. It's this. It's like, I don't know. People buy the shit. But people also don't lock in on nutrition, so I'm not surprised that they're that dumb. But people literally buy supplements only from people who, like the people who promote all the supplements that are mostly purchased is always people who are on steroids. Like the people who are on steroids are showing you like, oh, this is the supplement that I use. And then all these natural people who never work out buy the supplements. Appreciate the super chat, James. Appreciate you. The Patreon live was lit, bro. Yes, sir. Hey, man. Like I said, for the Patreon, bro, it's literally just gonna be body game stuff. Like actually getting better at online dating because, listen, like I said, I wanted to know that shit years ago. If I knew that shit years ago, it would have solved a lot of problems. And then it's building your online fitness coaches for the online fitness coaches out there. Building that and then building your social media. That's it. It's that simple. That simple, straightforward. Have you have you had some of your old friends trying to secretly compete with you or give you advice, just trying to lower you? How do you recognize a covert hater? I don't have, bro. I don't fuck with anybody, bro. So I don't have old friends. I have some friends or whatever, but if they ever try to like, downplay me or some shit, I'm just gonna cut them off. Like you guys have to be more comfortable with cutting people off. I don't know what it is about like the hesitation to cut people off. And I'm talking about when you're dating, and I'm talking about your friends. Like you guys are so hesitant, like I don't know if I should. I'm cutting everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm cutting you off. It doesn't matter. Life is too short to be dealing with people who disrespect you on a daily basis. You're disrespecting yourself if you let someone disrespect you and you hang around them. That's just crazy. But if they say anything negative related to something that's important to you, whether it could be your daughter, they could say something disrespectful about your daughter. They could say something disrespectful about your girl. That's disrespecting you. So you get out of there. It's that simple, right? It's that simple. And yeah, listen, I do this shit for chicks all the time. I'm like, yo, I don't like the way that sentence is structured. I'm not responding to her. Whether it's a sentence fragment or not, whether it's a typo, I don't give a fuck if it's a typo. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. You're gone. Like, I don't know where this scarcity mindset is coming from, but yeah, bro, like quality over quantity with friends. I don't want to hang around anyone who's average or is trying to bring me down and shit like that. Because the average person is just watching the Cowboys lose, the 49ers lose. They're literally fat, they're drinking, and they're complaining about Josh Allen not throwing enough touchdowns or some weird shit like that. And I'm like, dude, why are you watching football? You need to watch your weight, bro. You need to watch what you're eating. So should I repeat positive thoughts to be more confident? Because girls like me now, but I can't let go of my past self. Yeah, you got to do the deep work, man. You got to do the journaling, figure out why that is. But you also have to be in your new identity long enough. You feel me? Appreciate the super chat, Ace on Ice. Yo, Luther, you the realest on YouTube, giving the intel for free. The wisdom is a cheat code. Went from 35% to 15% in 6 months. Life is everything you said it would be when you lock in. Good shit, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. At the same time, though, I've been saying this stuff, and you put in the work, so you got to give yourself credit too, man. Not gonna lie, though, man. I don't know how you not at 100K in terms of content fitness. I feel like you're the realest in the game. That's probably the issue because shit gets flagged when you cuss too much and shit. So I gotta clean up the language. Starting now, cleaning up the language, guys. No more fucking cussing, bro. I'm cleaning that shit up, bro. That cussing shit is corny, bro. Anyone who cusses, bro, they're just a bitch, bro. Let's be honest, bro. So all that cussing shit, I'm done with it, bro. Fuck that cussing shit. All right, let's get into this shit. What's good? Take for pre-workout? Shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you asked me this question 5 years ago, it would matter. It does not matter now as much because for some reason, actually because of competition, like all the bad pre-workouts literally got weaned out. So most of the pre-workouts, even at Walmart, bro, are pretty decent. I'm not even lying. Most of the pre-workouts on Walmart are like, they used to be so bad and like literally you're borderline dying. Like I used to have symptoms that don't even exist. Like Reddit couldn't help me when I took those pre-workouts from like Walgreens and Walmart. Now they got good shit. Too many options leads to over-experimentation, and I kept messing up. Now I have a few options every day with my diet, and it feels effortless. Shit, that's me too, man. Oh shit, I'm out of ground turkey, ground beef, same calories, locked in. I told my wife I don't go to family get-togethers with her family because they're pussies who never accomplish anything. Hey, that's real, man. That's real. Any chance you go back to Thailand? I mean, I might go back one day since I have a visa, but I'm chilling here right now. Shout out to you, bro. I went from 14 to 40% in 2 months. Yo, if you could do that, you'd be skilled if you could gain that much body. You know what's funny about that? Like in all seriousness, you can't actually gain 26% body fat in 2 months. You'd literally probably die. Like, but the thing is, when people get to 40% body fat, they're like, "No, bro, it happened overnight." And it's like, bro, I've been watching your story for 10 years. Like I've been seeing you eating out for 10 years. We went to high school together. You've been eating like a fat girl. Let's keep it honest. Started squatting 3 plates at 160. The weight is not heavy, but my knees hurt and make noise. Make sure you're dynamic stretching before. Try some knee wraps. If not, get yourself on a hack squat. Appreciate you spreading the word. I lost 75 pounds, got abs. Used to get treated bad. Now they treated way better. Everyone said you'll find someone who loves you for you. Hey, I told y'all, bro. Cause, bro, when you do everything you're supposed to, girls will say stuff like, "Oh, you're nice. Like I would definitely date you." And it's like, okay, so date me. They'll be like. But then when you're in shape, bro, you're the guy that, they complain about and shit, but they want. First gen pre-workouts were horrible, but the first gen protein, bro, anyone here Anyone here had the original protein powders that tasted like absolute ass? The fact that I can drink a core power and think I'm eating ice cream is insane. That's why I said anybody who's fat and out of shape is literally trying their hardest to be that way, because there is just no way. Ice cream. I'm not sure ice cream tastes as good as core power, bro, because that shit is sweet as hell. That's the sweetest. And then Premier protein shakes are sweet as hell too, bro. Like that doesn't exist in any other country, bro. There is no. It's so easy to hit your macros in America. It's actually a joke. It's actually a joke, bro. Like everything has protein in it. You feel me? Everything has protein in it. It's impossible not to hit your macros. Motherfuckers be saying stupid shit like, oh my god, the hormones and the seed oils and it's like, bro, if you ate all that stuff in a deficit, you still lose fat, right? If you actually went ate to fit your macros because you were just weird and lazy, and you ate in a deficit, you'll still lose fat. It's that simple. But you could always pick to eat sweet potatoes anyways. It's not that deep. And then people be saying stupid shit like, oh my god, eating healthy is so expensive. Bro, motherfuckers be going out and drinking, spending like $100 on Saturday and Sunday. That's more than your groceries would be, straight up. Now, if you're, like I said, like I always say, if you're ordering some special like back kidney steak or some shit, or duck leg or some shit, then maybe it's expensive. But if you go to Aldi or you go to Walmart and you get some basic ass shit, the shit is cheap as shit. It's not even like it's not even close to like when you eat unhealthy, all that packaged shit, bro. If I have to go get some body armor, I gotta walk by some packaged shit. Or if I gotta get body armor, or if I gotta get some what's that shit called? Powerade. I gotta walk by some packaged shit. That shit is expensive as shit. All those the cookies and the Cheetos that I see people on food stamps getting, that shit is expensive as hell. All right, let's keep it a bean. If you're really like, bro, I don't got no money, buy you a big thing of rice. Right, you know those big bags of rice are still like $5. I don't know how. Get rice, get chicken breast, get oatmeal, get eggs, right? But no, I mean, I'm wasting my time saying that because obviously the people who aren't locked in will never be locked in. But this makes excuse. Oh, eating healthy is so expensive. What, nigga? Y'all niggas is crazy. Locked in is law. Just left the gym. Most definitely choosing. That's how I be, man. 1 pound, 92 8 ground chicken at Walmart, $3.74. Type shit, bro. And it got ground turkey. Or you can go to Aldi. It really there's no excuses, bro. Yeah. Cheetos, bag of Cheetos is $6. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And nope, bro. It's crazy. Skip the Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners if you can't control yourself. No. Let people do what they do, bro. Let people do what they do. Cause you know what's funny? Like when you really get lean, you don't even think about Christmas and Thanksgiving. You're not like, oh my God, Thanksgiving's coming up. Like you just don't care. You just keep doing what you're doing. Only difference I'm gonna notice is in the gym and be like, cause that's how I be. Like I go to the gym and I'm like, where is everybody? What the fuck is going on? So now I look at my calendar. It says, oh, it's Thanksgiving. That's how I find this shit out, to be honest. We in this bitch, yes sir. I go to the Asian store, get their Asian protein like tuna, eggs, pork. Good shit. Basmati or jasmine rice. It doesn't matter, bro. I don't care if you eat enriched white rice, any of that shit. It really doesn't fucking matter. And people who say, oh my God, white rice gives you diabetes. Overconsumption, right, and gaining body fat is what gets you diabetes. That's the only fucking way. You're gonna increase your A1C over time. Eating white rice, if you have a healthy pancreas because you don't fucking overeat and you're at a low body fat percentage, you're gonna be fine. Like this is just stupid as hell. People always like that should be pissing me off when people are like, oh, you have to eat brown rice, you have to be. And I'm like, sir, isn't that Popeyes in your store with some liquor? Like that's the real issue. People be eating Popeyes liquor and biscuits and ice cream. That's how they get diabetes. You feel me? Hey, yeah, people who eat white rice. Who eats white rice? The lean motherfuckers, bro. Asians, they're so lean, bro. Like when I went to Thailand, everybody eats rice and everyone's lean. Why? Because they don't fucking overeat everything and eat a bunch of candy. That's all it is. No matter what, at the end of the day, oh, how do you avoid not knocking everything down when you get on mode again? Well, you just get out your system and then you're gonna be tired of this shit. Literally, you're gonna be tired of this shit. You know, the funny thing, maybe probably 10 years ago, people that actually say healthy food is expensive would actually have a point. Nowadays, fast food is more, bro, I'm telling you, bro. But at the same time, even 5 to 10 years ago, actually, no, 5 to 10 years ago is actually still cheap. Go get a big bag of rice. If you can cook rice, go get a big bag of potatoes are cheap as shit. Sweet potatoes, oatmeal's cheap as shit, eggs are cheap as shit. And these are just the basic foods. But then once you start to be like, you know what, I still got an extra this much money, then you can start getting some other stuff. Yo, bro, just get back from the gym. Good shit. Good shit. Remember 25-cent chips? 50, now them shits are $1. No bullshit. Was just at Giants on my break for protein bar. Walked past the Snickers bar. Shit was almost $4. That's crazy. Crazy. I eat white rice sometimes, but mostly quinoa. I love quinoa. That's cool. I don't like quinoa or brown rice. So I just eat white rice. It's that simple. That's simple. And I remember I was talking about eating white rice, and of course, some fat lady, she came into my comment. She was like, "You can't eat white rice." I was like, "Bitch, what do you eat, bro? How are you that big? Because if I ever bulk again, I want to know what you did. Because that shit clearly worked. That bitch was big as hell. Just straight up. Big as hell, bro. Telling me what to do. Which is like the dude said earlier about the being around average people and all that other shit. That's it. Why this shit not plugged in, bro? What the fuck? My computer is about to die. First of all, my phone's about to die, but then my computer's about to die too. But that's why I don't listen to people, because once you've been self-aware for long enough, you just know that most people are cooked. So you're just not gonna listen to anything they say, obviously, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they don't follow what they say. That's just me. That's just me. So like I said, most of the time people will be like, "Hey man, you can't eat this. Hey man, don't do that workout. Hey man, don't do this." I just completely ignore them, bro, because I just look at them and I'm like whatever you tell me not to do, I will do, because you're probably not doing it, and I don't want to look anything like you. That's just me though. That's just me though. Simple. The average person for the rest of their lives will say, "Hey man, it's this January." For the rest of their lives, they're gonna say that shit. And that's who you guys are like taking criticism from. That's who you're taking criticism from. Someone who's like, "Nah, man, this year's the year. Nah, I promise this year." Like, I don't even hang around people like that. Like, the people I hang around, they're like, before they say they're gonna do something, they do it, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm about to do this." I'm like, "But you just started yesterday." "Oh yeah, my bad." Like, they start shit before they say, before they just implement shit right away. But yeah, like, you just got to implement. Most people ain't gonna implement shit, bro. Like, a lot of times people ask me, you know what? Here's the interesting thing. Someone in the comments was saying something about like, "Oh my God, like, how do you get a girl to cook for you?" I would never listen. First of all, I don't know any of my homeboys, brothers, friends who, like, if they're dating a chick, she's not gonna cook for them. Like, I don't know who you guys are dating, bro. If a chick is not cooking for you, god damn, she must hate you, bro. She must really hate you guys. Like, I literally don't know what you guys be doing, because that's fucking crazy. It's probably the craziest thing I ever read in my life. I was like, what does he mean? What do you mean? How do you get a girl not to cook for you? How do you get her to not pay the bill? You see what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be like, "Chill out, let me pay the bill." Like, or I gotta be like, "Chill out, you don't have to cook today, I'm good." But like, I don't know, bro. That just means they're not interested, bro. And that's why we be talking about that genuine desire, because everything else follows through. So if there's no genuine desire at the beginning, you're gonna be begging for attention. You're gonna be initiating everything. You're gonna have a horrible time. You are gonna have a horrible time, bro. All right. What do you think of Diamond Gym? It's just a gym. I don't know why it's blowing up now. They've been doing that shit for years. My mom and I went and got our A1C tested yesterday, waiting on results. Good shit, good shit. I believe people are just lazy and they are used to spending on fast food. Facts. Can you please do some more content about your experiences with women? Yeah, I'll be doing some more of that in my Patreon. Doing some more of that in my Patreon for sure. Like, the next story I'll do, because listen, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I said, I don't take a lot of screenshots or videos. I just be living. But I don't even know half the chicks I dealt with until I like see Facebook recommended, and I'm like, "Damn, she kind of bad. Damn, she look familiar. Oh shit, I remember this whole like shit like that." So yeah, those tater tots you eat for breakfast are healthy. Yeah, if you eat tater tots, you're in a deficit. You're getting lean, bro. It is what it is. It's literally that. It's honestly, it's funny because it's that simple. Like, you could really eat a lot of shit and still get lean. And then people are like, "You can't eat that and get lean." And they be fat as shit. And I'm like, "Nigga, you don't tell me what the fuck to do." You just literally, it's because people don't track calories, though. That's another thing. Like, for example, if someone sees me flying to Thailand, they're like, "Oh, you must have big money." Nigga, I just know where my money's going, bro. Because I track spending. You don't track spending. So you spent 8,000 on bottles at the club, right? 300 on Chick-fil-A. And now you're like, "Damn, bro, I don't know if I can afford a ticket." You spent 1,300 on goofy shit. Sweet potatoes, mogs, white rice. I get way more full. Yeah, same thing with white potatoes too. You the GOAT, G. Been watching you when I do my 10-mile runs. Appreciate you. What is crazy how cook guys make lies and excuses when the girl hasn't made it known through her body language and action. I'm telling you, bro. You got to stay away from me. If she not cooking, you're not digging deep in it. Bro, nah, man. It's not, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, initial, first of all, when you get to a certain point, like I said, when you get to a certain point, you can start shit testing chicks, but then you really can't pick, right? Because I don't date, I don't mess with chicks if she has medium interest, kind of high interest, or low interest. Like, it got to be super fucking high interest. Like, I don't do the semi high interest. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want company that bad. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all want company so bad, you'll deal with a chick with zero interest or low interest. I don't deal with that shit. All right. I don't do it. Like, I'm just like, I don't want to see you that bad. That's why chicks will be like, hey, I'll fly you out. I'll pay for everything. I'll pay for everything. Blah, blah. I'm like, I guess I really don't want to. I only have 2 off days. Fine. Like, that's what I be doing. Helping other dudes is the most frustrating thing. It's not worth it unless they're paying you. Bro, I mean, if they don't invest, then they don't believe in themselves, so they won't actually do anything anyways. So they have to invest. You really get more matches, bro. It's night and fucking day, bro. When you're in shape, you're gonna get matches because you stand out on the apps where everyone's out of shape, or they take blurry pictures, or they're not aesthetic. It's that simple. It's not deep. It's not deep. Calories in versus calories out. Foundation. I'll make sure 500,000 calories make me full the whole day. Calories in versus calories out. People are so facts. Any advice for overweight 49-year-old lady? It doesn't matter if you're a lady and you're 49. That has nothing to do with anything. Eating a calorie deficit, you're eating too much food. That's how you're overweight. It's not that deep, right? I've trained women who have PCOS, who have postmenopausal. None of that shit matters. It has nothing to do with anything. All right. Oh, it's gonna slow. No, it doesn't slow anything down. Oh my gosh, I have to be so strict with my nutrition. Everyone does to lose fat. Everybody has to be strict with it. I have to be strict with my nutrition to lose fat. If I gain some fat because I ate whatever I wanted to, guess what? Results don't care. I have to lock in too. I can't just be like, oh, I can eat whatever. No. If I continue to eat whatever I want to for like 2-3 weeks, then I'm pack up 1 pound, 2 pounds of muscle, 3 pounds of muscle. Fat, 4 pounds of fat, 5 pounds of fat, 6 pounds of fat, and then I keep going. Calorie deficit is a myth. Oh my gosh, bro, this has got to be rage bait. That's pretty funny. Okay, I understand people are not slow. They're just unwilling of resistance. Facts. They have cognitive dissonance, meaning they make themselves believe in a lot. Facts. Can you give us advice on giving up? I've been building my physique, following a diet, and started employing Coach Shouldve. Any suggestions with that? So, here's the thing, bro. Put your phone across the room, bro. Go to sleep, put your phone across the room, set the alarm, start reading more books, and keep going. Keep trying, because eventually you're gonna push through. Because it's the same thing with, like, if you always eat late night snacks, because you see late night snacks 7 days a week. If you bring it down to 4 days a week, that's better. Then 3 days a week, that's better. 1 day a week, that's better, right? This is progress every single day, or every single week. My bad. I'm locked in with the money aspect of life, being lean, but I'm trying to bulk up. And been lean, but trying to bulk up. Then if you're trying to bulk up, I don't know how lean you are, like as far as body fat, so I'll check your body fat percentage first, just to be safe. Because some people say they lean, and I'm like, I don't trust you, bro. Get your body fat percentage done, and guess what? They're not as lean as they think they are. People ask these questions hoping for a shortcut. That's why people hate me, bro, because I don't have any shortcuts, because I don't do shortcuts, because they don't work, right? Shortcuts are the longest way to your goal, because you never get there. So then you got to start a new shortcut. It's the dumbest shit of all time. Hey, you want to reach your goals? Go ahead and do keto. Guess who can stick to keto? Niggas who are already lean, niggas who already successfully did a calorie deficit, people who do CrossFit, but they're already locked in. Listen, all right, please do not look at someone who does CrossFit and try to mimic them, all right? Clearly, in order to do what they're doing, their discipline is clearly not normal, all right? Do not look at David Goggins and be like, oh, okay, let me run as much as he run. Clearly, his discipline is above average. It's far above average. It's freaking like top 0.01%. Same thing with CrossFit. Top 0.1%, all right, is their discipline. It is what it is. So don't look at a shredded CrossFit athlete and be like, oh, I'm going to copy them. You don't work out 3 times a week. They're working out 3 times a day, all right? That's just not going to happen overnight, all right? It's not going to happen overnight. Anyways, I'm out, man. Appreciate the super chats. Stay blessed. Patreon's in the bio.